Okay, hello and welcome. Another week, another Monday cast. I might be joined by Darth and whoever else has a podcast will that decide to check in. But I'm just gonna start. So we are looking at Japan here. First of all, his PP is in the gutter. He has one valid rival and that's Brunei, and Korea is his other valid rival, which is allied to. So I don't think he can get 50 PP. He can get some PP by privateering Brunei. But that's a bit too ambitious. You mothballed your forts. You might as well delete this fort. And this is on the strait, but this fort and this fort, like, they don't really serve your purpose at this point. If you're getting invaded, the straits are the most important part. Not forest fort here or mountain fort if you even there's mountains up here, but the straits are the important stuff. Anyway, you did consolidation of Japan. You have done no other expansion, which is fine by this point. You have your island. You can sit and scale. You are okay on ideas. I don't like the increased levies, but this looks mostly fine. And like, there's some good stuff that he's not getting, including like the national tax and the extra contribution or the promote merchants bookkeeping. Like there's some good stuff that he's not getting. While he has patronage of the art taking up a slot. Your ruler is okay. Your heir is also okay. I don't think I would disinherit for or abdicate for this. Yeah, like it's fine. It's nothing amazing. You are isolationist. That's not ideal. You definitely want to go up to adaptive or open doors or selective integration. I mean, actually, closed doors give def cost now. Interesting. Maybe you want to go to closed doors then. You have one merchant here, the other merchant here. I mean, you should move this merchant up into Given and either collect a steer trade. You'll make more money that way. That's interesting. Well, let's look at Korea. Korea did some decent expansion up here. Nothing too amazing. He's looking decent, he's up to date on ideas, got the discipline policy. Yeah, this Korea is looking to fuck around, like, he has his army ready to go.
There's a lot of diplomats doing nothing though.
Oh, you have to see 3 diplomats that are doing, yeah, Darth joined me here, and I should have your volume up. Try to speak, Darth.
Hello?
Yeah, that should be fine, your volume should be up. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of diplomats not doing anything. You have some claims, but you could definitely make more claims on Manchu. Your estate looks fine. Did you start building? That's forts, maybe not look at those. A bit of temples, a bit of production. No menus. Yeah, not really a lot of building yet, but that's time to be. We're only in 1499. The big guy in Asia, he's, unlike the other ones, a lot behind on ideas and tech.
Compared to how he looked at the beginning of last session and the wars he had to fight right away.
I think he's doing pretty good, yeah.
So I think at the beginning of the last session, Xiang attacked him like right away when he's close to bankrupt or something. And there's no Xiang on the map.
Yeah. And he has 85 income. Your meritocracy, hard to pronounce, is not the best. I don't know if you want to give more to the eunuchs. I
don't really know how the estate works. I thought there was dev cost if they had like lands there.
Yeah,
but I'm not,
yeah, this one gives dev cost compared to lands, yeah. This one just gives loyalty and influence. Interesting. I mean, there's definitely some good stuff in here. Maybe take a second look at what they give, like trade efficiency as well. Your other estates are fine-ish, like it's not ideal, like there's in the nobility in the officer corps. There's integration policy, you have one vassal, like you might want to do a bit more vassal feeding since you're struggling for admin. And you also can get this one that gives you a free general every 10 years. Save you a lot of mill during a campaign. You're up to date on 2 of the 3 tracks, so that's fine, but your ideas are lacking. Maybe look around your forts. I just looked at your devastation, and you don't have any devastation, and you're paying for forts that are not really that useful for you. But other than that, he looks very fine. There's a big Uzbek on his border, but else he's the dominant player around.
Who's he allied to?
Japan and Ava. And Uzbek is allied
His
to
rival.
Muscovy and his rival. So yeah, maybe look to like restock your forts. You have some money, like a fort here and a fort here, and delete the Beijing fort, and then you have.
Oh, is Yu Yang still playing?
Yeah, Yang is going Exodus. So yeah, see if you can buy this province off of Yu Yang. Like if he's going Exodus anyway, he doesn't need it. And then build a fort here, build a fort here, and then you need a fort either here or here, and then you actually have an entire defensive line against the horse master of Uzbek. Yeah, so let's take a look at this Exodusing. Because seems like we're going Australia. And didn't he colonize some of these? He colonized the Philippines. You're sitting on a lot of mana that you don't really need to use, so if you're going into Australia, I would try to like maybe start dumping development in there. You don't need a tech. And you're falling behind on the other techs to get these two.
Which is fine.
Yeah, like not really a major issue. As long as you get tech 10 in decent timing, that's not really an issue.
If he doesn't want to develop, he could just hire generals for the army professionalism as well.
Yeah.
It's not very efficient, but it's better than deving land that you won't own.
Yeah, exactly. Your income is in the gutter because you don't have anything basically. But once you're gonna colonize a bit more, you have 2 colonists, you're gonna get a third one at one point, and you're gonna get some more settler chance and global settler increase. You have the New World charters. You don't have the established New World missions. That will give you favor uprisings and more native assimilation. That's just a benefit. You can maybe sell some titles, but you don't really need money. It seems like you just you have 15 loans. I think you should sell some titles and start trimming down these loans. And we are recording, yes. I mean, maybe it's wrong to look at Uzbek at this point, but he basically is over here. So Uzbek is consolidating what's left here, like left of AI. Oyrat is getting consolidated, likely not getting anything in Manchu, his rival to Korea. So he has like a eastern bloc that's opposing him here. Interesting that Wu is not allied with Korea.
Yeah, it's an ally to Japan instead of Korea.
Yeah, but I mean, Quarters is coming out, so I don't know what they are, like if they're allowed to ally. So Wu is a Q2 and Uzbek is a Q1, so Uzbek can't stay allied to Moscow as well. But Wu should ally up with Korea, like they're both Q2, they can ally. And that would be their bulwark against Uzbek, and then just let Japan chill if you wanna hog back with him. And yeah, get your fort line sorted, because else the horse is just gonna run through here and into your heartland, and you're gonna lose the war. Uzbek is okay, he's on ideas, up to date in tech. Quite good income, he's getting 9 from gold. Yeah, this is not good. You're losing 35% local goods produced here, and it has a shit ton of autonomy. Because they got seat of strong aristocrats. Yep, they always get that, the gold mines. But you should definitely try it.
Your high.
Come again. Darth?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Your highest development province always gets the seat of aristocrats, and that's usually your.
Which is often the gold mine. So I would maybe even put on the monthly autonomy chains edict. And
where's the capital? Like he could even consider moving his capital.
I mean, his capital is in
the other gold mine. Okay.
So no, I think he should keep his capital there. But yeah, like at least convert this away. It's gonna help tremendously with your income. Like you're gonna get another 3 ducats or something, maybe even. Oh, did he take the? He has reduced gold goods produced. Does it look wrong?
It's intolerance.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that, his nation seems to be doing quite well. No manpower buildings, no regimental camps, a bit of tax, a bit of production, no menus, a bit of trade. I mean, yeah, you have land left to eat, and then you either have to decide if you're gonna try to scale or just keep on going with eating China or eating Timmy. But be aware, you just like on first campaign, the horde that spread everywhere just got ganked. And be aware that you get so many enemies. Like Timmy might be your enemy, Lithuania might be your enemy, Chinese, Korea is your enemy. Like you might get cycled war by them. Like first China decks, and then after you maybe beat China, Timmy decks, and then Lithuania decks. So Ava, I don't really like its entire state setup. Like there's no supremacy over the crown.
What's the second one that he has? The second last one. Noble rights for diet comp. Disables the citizen.
So he just doesn't get.
Whatever.
I don't know.
This is Papa playing this, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there's maybe a bit more on the clergy to give away, and your ideas are doing amazing. You don't really have the defensive fort to the west, but maybe you don't need them. Like.
Is Bengal a vassal of his? Yeah, it's...
Yeah, Bengal is a vassal, and Bisnapur is a vassal of Jaunpur, which is his rival in India. And he'll have to pick a rival soon, or he'll start losing PP. Yeah, you don't really need this. No, we're already in second age. Maybe the institution spread, maybe the war score cost with soul religions, maybe the Merc discipline. There's good stuff in here. And Langsang is also his vassal. Like he's just getting all of Southeast Asia, basically.
So he could form either Nepal or Siam.
Yeah, I think Siam is the least painful because there's some degree of Siamese culture, while there's not a lot of Nepali culture, and he needs to play a kill for that. But yeah, he has all of Southeast Asia for free, basically. And yeah, and building investment. Oh, holy shit, he went ham on the temples. Even a farm estate. Yeah, I expect this country to be a top power in this game.
It's probably got like 100 something provinces if he consolidates everything already.
Yeah, like...
He has Dali as a vassal as well, there, China.
Like, if he consolidates all this, he's gonna get up to like 1,000 development and 100 provinces when he consolidates this. So yeah, he has all the 19 each for now. Malacca is no, it's still independent, but Brunei and Sunda won these wars.
They killed Malacca.
Yeah, they killed Madias and Malacca. You don't, I guess you're fighting them. Oh, your work source is bad, holy shit. Estate looks fine, it seems. I mean, there's
Is he colonizing? He has a colonist, like he should take the colonial, the native assimilation or whatever as well.
I mean, he's on this one, and I think he's getting shit to this one.
I meant the privilege for the...
Oh yeah, he should take the...
Maybe he's keeping it open for expansive zealotry. I don't know.
He's been fighting wars over and over. Establish new world missions, that is, and then you get a decision... will you make new world... Yeah, that one. And he can also take the Grant New World Charters for global settler chance and global settler increase. I mean, if you're not going to take burger loans or going for like death war, then you might as well take it. I like to see the Demi quite a lot of things given to them. Your income is dog shit. Your gold mine has 20 unrest, is the wrong religion, and has 31 autonomy. can you convert this if you do this?
Non-accepted culture. See the strong aristocrat.
Oh my gosh, all these poor guys getting Seed of Strong Aristocrats. Yeah, I mean, how's his admin doing? His admin is not doing too great. Also, at this point, do you need Explo ideas? Like, exactly what do you need Explo ideas for to discover Australia that Yu Yang is colonizing?
You don't need it. The privilege for the nobles can give you a
Oh, can that
call,
give it?
or the burghers. You can get a call. You can get an explorer from one of these privileges. I don't remember which. I
I
think
mean, this one is good if you don't need the Explore. Local settler increase and local dev cost. Forced draft, more financial demands, bookkeeping. I mean, you have to look through, but there might be one that gives you an explorer just by the virtue of you having a colonist. But yeah, you need to fix your nation and like possibly move your capital to your gold mine because this stuff is not looking good. And yeah, you haven't taken this one yet. You got this one. You're coring it up, and then you're gonna take this one and actually start gonna make money from cloves. And yeah, colonize the surrounding islands here as well to get the cloves. So Sunda is also going expansion. I DM'd him that he shouldn't do. Like, you already has your ally Bunai going expansion. You don't need expansion as well. Like, what are you feasibly gonna colonize? Like, 10 provinces max. So
I think
yeah,
it's fine. Let me just drop it.
I mean, yeah, you can drop it, but you
Well,
can
I mean,
also.
okay, so sorry. I think it's fine if he had, up-to-date ideas and tech and stuff. But he had
Yeah,
to fight some wars, and he's behind.
yeah, like, and he's gonna be continuing to be behind. Like, he's not gonna have Tech 10 timing. I don't think you need the fort in the gold mine here anymore. Um, but yeah, you have it, white religion, low autonomy, pretty neat to see. And he can. So he needs Sunda and Siribon with 20 development. And where the fuck is Siribon? This one. And then he goes from ideas that basically give him nothing useful to Banton ideas, which gives him nothing useful, but he's gonna get 20% goods produced after taking the next idea. And then trade efficiency, death cost later, discipline, like these are pretty neat ideas. So yeah, like he's gonna have good ideas as well. Okay, so Indian Thunderdome, like I think before the session there was 5 or 6 players in India, now there's 2. So Jangpur is on defensive and infrastructure ideas. He's behind on tech. Um, like which formable are you getting? You need to form something as Jangpur because your ideas are literally not bad, not good. Like dev cost, ICA, and landfire damage, and good produce. Not the worst, but not amazing. You
Can
have
you zoom out? Sorry? Like, could he form Punjab? Not really. Timur owns it.
yeah, Timur owns it, and like if they're doing the 2-man India block, he also need like Timmy land to form Hindustan as well.
I guess Nepal,
Yeah, like Nepal is right here.
but he
Bing.
should have prepped that a long time ago.
Yeah, it's gonna be agony to do it now. And else he's just gonna be stuck with Yangpo ideas for the entire game. I don't really know too much about Indian estates, but this reform progress growth here that seems pretty neat. Um, I don't know, that's at least neat. I don't think you need religious diplomats anymore. You have the loyalty. At this point, I think you should just stop it. Drop it. It does
If you
give you,
yeah, the prep.
yeah, does give you one dip rep, which makes integration easier. And you have the integration policy, so maybe just keep it for now. You have one mention in Bengal, one in Doab, and maybe it's correct to have one in Doha where you're already collecting due to capital.
What's he got in Lahore? 1%.
Yeah, 1%. It doesn't have a like he has 38% in Lhasa, but there's nothing in Lhasa.
It could steer in Burma,
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
I mean Burma is an inland node, I think.
No, it's not anymore.
No, it used to. Yeah. I mean maybe staying in Burma is a better solution because you're not really getting a lot from this. Also, exactly what are these flatlands fort doing for you? Like just costing you money. You have some money to restock your forts. Only have burger loans. You have some missions going. And he has like 44 forces. What's his average autonomy? 25. I mean, he's not that big then. I mean, there's no... Seems quite weak. At least he has a great general. Pakmanis, I see the first mistake here. You are not built at all, but you're drilling your troops. I mean, unless you're expecting a war declaration within the next 2 or 3 years, I wouldn't bother drilling it. It gives you a bit of army precision.
I think the real reason why he's doing this is because he's drilling with these troops while his other troops are occupying stuff. Like he's in a war right now.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, then you might as well do it. And then you should...
But if he does this in peacetime, then yeah.
Yeah, and then you should put this on. It decreases your unrest everywhere that you do this. So you might even prevent some rebel pop-ups from this, and they're also automatically gonna kill the rebels.
He's also go get Ceylon like as soon as possible before Portugal or somebody takes it.
I mean...
Oh, wait, Portugal's dead, right?
I don't think there's any Portugal coming to take this. I mean, it's a vassal of Morocco. But yeah, like the Southeast Asians could get Ceylon or Sri Lanka. Or even England might even come and get it. Another case of like feasibly, what is this fort gonna do for you? It's just costing you a ducat a month. Like, if Timmy gets this far down south, or if Ava gets this far down south, you're dead anyway. Like, you don't need this. He also doesn't have a formable. He kinda needs.
No, he has
Deccan.
Deccan.
Oh, he has Deccan, of course. Yeah, okay, he's gonna get Deccan. Yeah, he's gonna be fine then.
With belly nerfed a bit.
Oh yeah, possibly a good idea. Pretty strong tech. His merchants. Oh, your PP mate. I mean, you could just scornfully insult for PP at this point. Or you could put privateers against Ava and then get PP. Like, you're just losing out on mana for no good reason here. And the gold mine here. This was for the state agenda, I guess. I mean, it's one religion, high autonomy. It's making you one ducat. Like, you could go and fix that. But yeah, India is a very interesting spot. I'm gonna be pleased to see some of all these stupid vassals and independent AI nation gets cleaned up next session.
Delhi died, right?
Yeah,
Delhi.
Delhi died. So Delhi died, Orissa died, and maybe there was even no, Mewar died last session, and Vijay died last session. So this session, Orissa and Delhi died.
And Bengal didn't show up.
No, Bengal, Orissa, and Delhi died this session, and Mewar and Vijay died the session before. Yeah. I do not like what I see here for the Demi.
Nothing.
Like you're not giving them any stuff. Like you don't need absolutism at this point. Like there's 110 years until absolutism comes in, and you can get so much useful stuff from here, including making them loyal, giving you tech cost and other great stuff. So I do not like what I see here. The burgers doesn't have the mill points. Yeah, I don't like this either. Like this one is also amazing. Nobility looks mostly fine. I would love to see supremacy of the crown. And expansion of military, like you are Sunni, and you might fight Uzbek that are Sunni. Okay, maybe not. Then. Also, you could maybe do some collision stuff with Jampo. I do not know how much AI is left. but that might be funny. You still have your capital on the highway called Uzbek horses. Like they can just go straight into this and occupy your capital. I would again suggest you to move it, just like I did last week. So you're not like instantly gonna get killed. You've done a great expansion, but at this point I think you don't really need more expansion. You have like so many vassals. Try to. I mean, you don't have the admin really to justify more expansion. You need to get tech, get ideas, because right now you're just falling behind. Uzbek has 8 and you have 3. Jiangpu has 8, Bakhmanis has 11. Even Georgia has more than you. I'm sure these merchants doesn't seem ideal. You have a merchant collecting in Hormuz, while you don't have a merchant steering out of Basra. I think moving your Hormuz merchant to Basra might make you more money. Samarkand merchant and Lahore merchant looks fine. But then again, Sistan is steering out here, but
Uzbek's collecting in Samarkand, I think.
yeah. But definitely move your capital, and like you haven't even stated all your land. You're lacking admin so much. So I don't think you should hold off for your conquest and try to consolidate and move your capital, because it's not ideal to get it occupied at the start of every war with Uzbek. Your income is not the greatest. Your average autonomy is fine. You have very good tax. You have too many diplomatic relations, but that's just alliances and vassals. Yeah. Great force limit. Yeah, a nation just needs like 15 years of peace, and this nation is kicking pretty well. And you have disloyal vassals that you can't really do a lot about, because you have so many vassals. Because you just kept on expanding your vassals. Mamluks dead. Mamluks looks alive to me. Looks pretty much alive.
Yeah, I think it's alive.
He's Egyptian. Ideally, he wanna form Rum. He just needs Constantinople, and Byzantium does not exist, right?
Yeah, and Turkish.
And Turkish culture, of course.
And maybe some other provinces in Anatolia that are in his vassals, I don't know.
But he doesn't need anything in Greece, right?
No, you don't need anything.
So that's definitely the best formable, since he didn't go Catholic for Jerusalem, or Jewish for Israel, that I don't think he can actually form anyway. From having Session 1 Death War, this country seems to have recovered quite well. The state looks more or less correctly set up.
Yeah, he recovered from Tunis. Like Tunis used to own, I think, Euro.
Tunis had like half of. Yeah, Tunis had like all this. So, and he had like 20 corruption after Ottoman War. So, really well consolidation.
It was subbed actually.
Yeah. Allied to Timmy and Ethiopia. That's gonna have to drop next session, I think, with quarters. But just as Timmy, you just need to sit a bit back, like you have everything you need, can form Worm, start integrating subjects, start like chilling and scaling a bit. Oh, and you have a lot of buildings to build. Ethiopia almost finished with quality, has behind on admin, not ideal, has done 0 vessel feeding it seems. Yeah, only 1 vessel. Pretty impressive he got that, even though he's not connected to it. Maybe get a fort in Verda, and after, if you're worried about Mutapa, else you can likely sit and chill. Gold mines, 10 death. Wrong religion again. We're seeing a lot of wrong religion. You're losing a third of your gold mine income. The other one is the right religion. My friend, why the fuck did he go Sunni?
Maybe he forms the Mamluks? I don't know.
It looks like a very bad idea. You could maybe, look to maybe restock your forts a bit. Although you have like a defensive line here, this is flatlands. And get a fort in this province. I guess you can continue going in here. There's Vessel of Tunis. Tunis is fucking weak. So yeah, your nation looks basically fine, except that you fucking went Sunni for some weird reason. Your merchants, you have 3 merchants. You have one Gulf of Aden, you have one in Ethiopia, and one in Katsina. And where's your main trading center? It's in here, which you already have a merchant. I think you might actually be better off moving your merchant from Ethiopia to Gujarat. Since you're already collecting here. Else you could also, in single player, experiment with moving your capital or your trading place to Gulf of Aden and see if you make more money that way. But do that in single player, don't do that in game. And I would also advise you to focus admin, you're already doing that. And with plus 10 ducats, I would definitely use a higher level advisor. Tapa has a decent bank. Has 2 loans, that's not burger loans, so just like pay them off instantly. Yep, he's doing pretty well on ideas. For some reason he's aristocratic ideas. Do you know White Darth?
No idea.
I mean, it does give death cost. What does it give it infrastructure?
Is what type of government is Mataba?
Tribal. Oh, he can go horde.
He could go horde and take horde ideas.
I guess that might be what he's doing. Well, he can be my guest. He managed to get the cape.
Yeah, Cardiac did that last week.
Yeah, and he has 1 colonist that's trying to connect down there. So he's gonna have a decent amount of provinces as well. He's rival to Congo though, interesting. He has 64 ducats of income, and if you fight Congo, it's like the battle is just gonna be all over because of all this uncolonized land and the complete lack of forts in the area. So I don't really think you're like saving yourself by forts. But Congo must have colonized these provinces, right? Yeah, these 3 provinces start as uncolonized.
They get a mission for that. I think they just.
Okay.
It's like the Siberian frontiers thing.
Yep, Mutaba looks pretty fine actually. There's not really much to comment on. Let's look at the meme nation of the game.
Wait, Matapa's also Muslim?
Yeah. Well, he can't, like, he couldn't, it was either Norse or Muslim because we moved pretty shit. But maybe I kept Norse, but... I mean, there's more stuff that you're not taking in here. You have a colonist going here. You might, like, wanna check that out with Mutapa first. You can also sell and seize some crown land. Your income is fine. And we did some buildings. Yeah, a few buildings. Nothing too bad. Not more interesting about this nation. Congo has gone for the no fort strategy. And
100 spy network on Matapa.
Yep. Somebody might wanna fight this Mutapa. He's eco-quality and Mutapa is aristocratic infrastructure. So when you finish these 2 ideas, you should definitely have the upper hand on Mutapa. Your income is dog shit because Mutapa has all the gold. You're spending enough on advisors. You have a decent ruler, decent heir. This looks mostly fine as well. I mean, you have no subjects, yeah. And I guess we started building a bit here. Quite a bit actually. Yeah, this Congo look pretty good. I would maybe not go into Mutapa and go into the shit show that's called West Africa. Because that just seems free right now. Because Shanghai doesn't like own all of this, he's allied with this AI, but like all this is not owned by anyone. So it's like free land to take. And Shanghai is apparently able to rival some stupid AI nation. And sitting on negative stab, that's a very bad idea. Your estates are not loyal either. You have a shit ton of debt. Did you fight the wars? What? You have your gold mine developed, the right religion and no autonomy. At least he's knowing that. You have a lot of flatland forts, and like I guess these two protect you from this corridor, but the other corridor, your ally Tunis protect. Then there's an
Oh, I
Ethiopia.
think he was in those wars, I think,
Yeah,
that Tunis was in. Yeah.
must have hard committed. Anyway, you should definitely like gobble up all this AI as quickly as possible. Like colonizers gonna come around, Congo's gonna come around, Ethiopia, Tunis, everybody's just gonna take your land, and you're stuck with what, 30 provinces. Inno idea looks fine. I mean, you need to consolidate your land, mate. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, and maybe a bit too much investment in forts as well.
Unlike a lot of people, though, he's got some nice spy networks going for the tech cost,
Yeah, he's
which
gonna.
he doesn't have access to yet, but he's getting prepared.
He's getting prepared. Surely he is. Is Tunis dead or alive? I mean, it's fighting
It's alive.
Naples, right? Yeah. And it has Morocco in as well. And this war is ongoing navally. And he got the war goal because he decked for this. And he's likely gonna lose this. And he also has roads, okay. And Mamluks might come knocking for round 2. Defensive ideas, nothing else. Ludicrously behind on admin tech. You're not focusing anything. At this point, you should either focus mill or admin because you don't need any dip at all. Maybe you actually do. Maybe you should focus Diplo to enable him a while. That's actually interesting. Your state looks okay. There's definitely stuff missing.
All right, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for joining me. You have expansion of Celatary, which would basically give you more morale in this war. You have me and the officer corps. Your strong duchies. Nah, I don't really need that, I guess. You could give your Demi more stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's not ideal in this country. And you're so much in admin hole depth that you also need to core stuff. Yeah, you basically just need so much mana. But maybe you were able to step it for this one? Maybe. You have Morocco in as well. I think you guys should be able to beat the Nepalian fleet. But yeah, you did a great move going into Mamluks, but now you're looking quite weak. So hopefully you can get your own province back from Naples and don't lose this to the rebels. And then try to eat in West Africa, I guess, and hope that these guys can't stay allied due to quotas. But it's looking pretty fucking rough for you. Maybe hope that Croatia's gonna do something about this Mamluks, because it doesn't look pretty. Looking at Morocco, he has gold mine here, he has gold mine here. Yeah, there's just a lot of autonomy here. Crownland ownership. Yeah, and you're also struggling insanely for mana, hoping for the event from Humanist, Pulse event. You didn't give your Demi enough, but then again, I think you are going Christian, right? Yeah, Catholic becomes a new state religion. I don't think you need the double fort here, you don't really have the money for that, so I would delete the Malaga fort. And as long as you're allied to Shanghai and Tunis, I think you can mothball these forts and then delete the Malaga fort. You don't really have the money to do anything. Your income is quite good because you're making shit ton in Sevilla. Where does this come from? How does you see? Incoming, a bit from Tunis, a bit from Ivory Coast, and then there's quite a bit local. Do you? No, not even. I mean, pretty decent value Sevilla for what is worth with dead Iberia. Your PP is a bit low. You should be able to get it up by insulting Ethiopia, Burgundy, or Naples. You have the prestige, so that's just free money you're getting. And yeah, you're gonna complete this once you kill your rebels. And that you're gonna accept, maybe. Maybe then you fail it. and then you can form Spain down the line. So yeah, like you have bright future, but looking pretty rough for you and even rougher for your ally right now. And like if France ever wanna fucking kill you, can just stomp you in a heartbeat. Okay, let's go back over east and look at Lithuania, their foreign country. Looking decent attack and not good on ideas. Something this state doesn't look good. Yellow Patriot Authority, that's basically free. Expansion of territory. So unless you're fighting Croatia or Muscovy, that's and only those two nations. Like if they have any secondary participant in, then that's just gonna give you morale. Development of temples is okay-ish if you build temples. Nobility in the officer corps, Slatta in the officer corps. You have the officer rights, yeah. Else this looks okay. But yeah, getting that one would be helpful for your nation. In the officer corps here. Your burgers also, you don't have this one plus 10 tax or this one. Those are quite good. Do keep in mind that you might block them off because you took private trade fleets, which I don't think you should take. Cossack, you can maybe give them some more. That doesn't cost crownland, but maybe this one, but don't do it. I mean, it looks mostly fine. Your PP is one below. Like, you need to do this, and then you get 3 more mana a month. It's basically one action, and then you have 3 more mana a month. You only have 2 forts. You don't really want more forts right now, I guess, because more forts won't really benefit you. You're sitting on a lot of mana, but you also need to stage some stuff, and you can take the tech. Honestly, I think just going full ham in Inno, unless of course you want a culture switch to be the first person with Polish ideas. Then you need the mana for destating. Muscovy has a big bank and pretty borders. Has a Sweden vessel. That's unloyal. 57 income. And I guess he's just chilling. Right now you look a lot stronger than Lithuania, and you're not going to be able to ally to Uzbek, so it's going to be interesting to see what you do. Your states don't like having these guys disloyal. Land maintenance, national unrest, manpower recovery speed, and I mean, if you want, I wouldn't have taken the advisor cost. Honestly, not that good. Only 15%. And the gov cap. I guess you need the gov. Yeah, you needed the gov cap. Yeah, state looks fine. You have 2 merchants, one in Kiev and one in Kazan. Yeah, seems correct. I assume this guy just died. You have started converting. You have staff cost and construction cost. Yeah, there's nothing wrong about this Moscow. Teuton's another Death War master. Yeah, this looks fine-ish. I mean, no diplo points here is a bit of a yikes, but other than that, okay, is income for his side. Running advisors, converting his country, gonna form Prussia. Few buildings built, a lot of churches, few barracks. Yeah, not too bad. And he did delete to use it force and has useful forts. That's great to see. Do note that Alliance is gonna shake up. You likely can't stay allied to these 2 guys. You have PP. You don't need to pick your third rival yet. You have small navy. Why you would want, I do not know. Maybe you wanted to take Gotland. Do note that England could like just find Gotland and be an easy war goal for England. Or if Muscovy of course beats you navally, he can just like get Gotland and sit on Gotland as a war goal, but I don't think it's gonna be too crucial. Merchants look correct. You have a bit of debt, but nothing too bad. You have a few rebels, and your rebels are pressing. Just take it all. Like, no need to not have it all on suppression. And I guess you can possibly dismantle your, mothball your forts at this point. I mean, who's gonna attack your Muscovy? Then keep the Vega fort. You don't think England's gonna attack you on with Explo expansion? Croatia, there's a lot of clergy. Has Polish ideas, doesn't need better ideas. Sadly didn't keep the Polish missions, but he'll manage. Bit of inflation, a lot of income from gold. Yeah. Um. Kind of. I guess you're looking forward to getting Austria killed, maybe, or going to Anatolia. All forts mothballed, except for Split. Quite interesting. Not suppressing rebels. You're gonna have a lot of rebels soon. Doing fine ideas, bit behind on text, nothing too major. It failed to get Constantinople for the Mamluks, but pretty well looking. Hungary into Poland into Croatia. Something I'm missing here, I think. I mean, the prestige decay is okay. Maybe yeah, this one gives you a fleet general. So you don't have to spend mana on that. You of course also got Polish ideas, but seem to be going a land-based route by the looks of it, at least for the time being. Yeah, like maybe not this fort. Looks a bit bad. How's the other building going? Yeah, very great. Even farm estates like to see it. Yeah, this actually looks pretty well. Sadly, Cologne, Berg, and Franconia is just yoinking you of a lot of money, but you're also yoinking a few money from your neighbors. So a bit painful to see you lose that much money, but nothing really you can do about it. Franconia with Waffenberg ideas. Frequent, yeah. 33. National manpower. Maybe that would be better. I don't know the Republic meta. But don't like your two flatland forts. Like you have basically only half of your nation, less than half of your nation is like grasslands and farmlands. Whereas it's like all hills, etc. And you have flatland forts. So once you have the money, I would restructure that, and it seems like you have quite a bit of money from going around for your size. So yeah, definitely try to restructure those. Kill your rebels, of course. Finish your conversion. The stage looks fine, I would say. I don't think religious diplomats. I think you need to drop that as soon as you can. Else this looks mostly okay. Yeah, but spending a lot on advisors. Yeah, like this Franconia looks good except for the forts. I guess his PP is in the gutter, but nothing really can do about it. He has 3 rival, he's not a great power, he can only install them, get to like 30 PP. Can't privateer or anything. So Austria is... did we get a player for Austria? I will have to see. So Austria 40 feet force limit, great on ideas, capital extremely vulnerable, like the only non-defensive terrain. At this point, honestly, move your capital to Venice. Or maybe Treviso or something. Like Vienna is just too bad of an idea right now. You like has no defensive. You have the gold mine with the Svartsilver mine, yeah. Great income. Yeah, I hope whoever plays this will definitely make the guys that want to conquer it pay. Like, it's not strong or anything. Oh well, it's the same size for Franconia, and it's not bad for its size. It's actually pretty strong for its size, but kind of lack of expansion is hurting it a bit. I think Naples is doing surprisingly well. He's like on 14 ideas, isn't he? Yeah, he's 14 ideas. Yeah, making okay his income. Winning this war, a merchant in Venice and a merchant in Alexandria. I think you would make better use of your merchant when you put it in Tunis, so you're yanking money off your enemy. Or maybe Ragusa. You have the defensive fort here, so if anybody wanna come from the north, you're gonna make them pay for it. And you just have to fight this war. Try to get you have a naval morale guy. Like you always want a mill advisor when at war that gives mill bonuses. Why don't you want a naval advisor when you're at war? There's nobility and officer corps missing, there's a bit more missing. Maybe you even want to give them the admiral thingy. Burgers fort draft? No. This one gives you ships, that might also be useful. Yeah, this one. Gain admiral from the 4th tradition. Since you will be using admirals a bit. But yeah, great on tech, great nation overall it seems. Burgundy, a lot of forts going around, maybe lead the little fort. You are in the progress of converting religion, yeah, your states are not happy about you. You're making okay income here. Done a good expansion, you have decent force limit. Burgundy looks pretty solid, I would say. Ideas, a bit behind on the ideas. Bit behind on dev tech as well. Spending enough on advisors. Integrated all his subjects for free. And has a few new subjects called Lunenburg and Berg. That's gonna be for me even more land. So he's gonna have like 50 provinces, which is way more than all the HV guys. So yeah, pretty well looking Burgundy. I don't think it's optimal for you to have your merchant in the English Channel. And I don't think it's optimal for you to collect in Champagne either. I think you should move your merchant to steer to English Channel and move your merchant to steer to maybe Saxony or Rhineland. Will give you the most money. I think this is a mistake of a setup. Let's just look at his estates. Yeah, I don't like to see him disloyal like this. You guys no land rights? Yeah, you needed that, definitely. Yeah, looks fine else. France 130 income, like on the entire other level than every other country. Like even England before I went into the other religion, I only had like 90 income, so he's like 40 income above that. And as a result, yeah, you can see the buildings just go ham on this guy. Like, he's not built the mill buildings yet, but when he does, like, he's gonna have 200 force limit. Maybe not 200, like 160. Is into Italy, dominates the Genoa trade node, dominates Valencia trade node, has half of Champagne, has Bordeaux node. Like, even so much trade power in Tunis and Alexandria, but he doesn't have the merchant for that just yet. How did he get a third merchant? Eco ideas. Click your stuff, I think, here. I have a lot of crown land, holy shit. I guess you don't need the money anymore, so might as well just stack it. Maybe do some fort restructuring. I don't think these two flatland forts does you a lot good. This looks fine here. No forts on the Pyrenees. But I guess Iberians is gone and Morocco is weak as fuck. So England doing pretty well, I'd say. Oh, we forgot the Swiss. Just lost a lot of income by switching religion, but other than that, the country looks pretty good. Went into Scandi, went into New World, colonizing a lot of New World. Started building a bit. Workshops, churches, menus. Just sitting at 50 PP, need to do something about that soon, so I can stay above 50 PP. I forgot the Swiss. I don't think you want to sit at this much prestige, but I guess that's from converting religion. Delete the sword doesn't serve you any purpose except drain your cash. Um, okay is income, decent force for your size, and a lot of potential with 14 ideas, almost done. You could definitely prosper from an Austria dying, but else you need to deploy your way hard out of this because you look pretty fucking isolated. Everyone except maybe Franconia around you is stronger than you. So you're looking in a bit of a rough fuck expansion wise. Other than that, the nation looks fine. Aragon consolidated Mexico, getting a lot from gold, gonna have that inflation. And I think that's more or less it. I think I forgot any from him. Let me just look. Korea, Wu, Bunaya, Eva, Sunda, Yusugi, Bagmanis, Jampur, Timurit, Uzbek. I forgot Georgia. So Georgia kind of was in a rough spot, doubled his income. Starting to catch up on ideas. Can definitely do some estate interactions here. Wouldn't hurt you. You are here. And as far as I can see, you are the only Shia nation in the game. So if you don't need anything else in here, the expansion cemetery. Oh, he already has that. My bad. Yeah, this looks fine. Strong duchies. You have a few vassals. Yeah, like might be just revoke strong duchies by now. You don't need the diplo relations, and you want the integration policy. So while you have more loyalty than they have. You did the one of the sins, giving away monopolies on dice, which you have one of, so I guess it's not too bad actually. Like, it makes them nice and happy, but and I like to see a lot of giving away to the Demi. You're collecting here. You're collecting here. I think you might earn more by steering into Persia, but that will also give Timmy more money. Be aware of that. Where's your last merchant? In Crimea, of course, you have a bit of control of Crimea. Yeah, makes sense. So Uzbek, yes, Irina, Mutapa, Songhai, Ethiopia, Tunis, Mamluks, Teutons, Moscow, Lithuania, Bohemia, Hungary, Naples, Austria, Waffenberg, Switzerland, Burgundy, France, England. Yep, that should cover it. So thanks for tuning in. See you on Monday.